What's up? Happy Sunday, everybody. Tasha checking in with another video, and this is going to be my review for Life at the Lockup, Season 6, Episode 4, Red Flags and White Dresses. If it's your first time joining me, go ahead and like this video, comment in the comment section, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We had a good time over here. I want to first acknowledge and give a shout out to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the Redefine Me family. Thank you for joining my channel, for subscribing here. I hope you feel peace, love, joy, happiness, all those great things while you are on this channel and vibing with me. Okay, so we about to get started. Let me position my tripod. We about to get started on this crazy episode. I don't know why I feel like I sound different, but that's because, y'all, I had to take me an extra nap, okay? I had a busy morning. Y'all already know I work overnight. I got off this morning, and, yeah. I had some things going on, so I had to take a little longer nap. However, I'm here, and we about to get into this review, okay? So let's get started. If I had to give this episode, a review on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this episode a 4.5. Okay, this episode was not all that, okay, this week, but that's what I'm going to give it. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all would give this episode. I gave it a strong 4.5. Okay, it was some stuff that happened, and we're going to get into it. Okay, so let me start to get my notes together. All right, y'all. So the first couple is going to be Teenie and Rob. What's up, Kelly Dixon? Welcome to the live. Welcome. So the first couple is going to be Teenie and Rob. Let's get into them, because Teenie's Real Housewife of wherever they're from is about to get blown up, because Rob was like, listen, inflation is high, rent is high, groceries is high, everything is high, and I don't make the money that I was making in jail, which is crazy to me. He claims that he was making more money in jail, and now that he out of jail, he making less money. And I was just like, okay. So Rob, we open up Rob at work, right? He said it took him a minute to find a job, but he found a job, right? So he inspects tractor trailer trucks or dump trucks or something like that. So we opened up, and he with his coworker, they are inspecting this truck or whatever they doing. He said he's excited about this job because he has not had a job in 16 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even think I've been without a job for longer than 2. I may have been without a job for maybe a year before, but I wasn't even without one. I was doing Uber and Lyft. What's up, GSP? Who me got a job? Right. Hello. Welcome to the live. Welcome. So Rob says, he ain't had a job in a minute, so he glad he working, right? So Teenie then pops up as the dutiful Real Housewife, right? She is bringing him lunch, okay? And so we see her bringing him lunch. She maybe made some sandwiches or something, put some chips in the bag and some Oreos and some water or something. And then she got on down to the good old job and brought him the lunch. So Rob is saying, he giving us a background, saying that when he was locked up, he was taking care of Teenie. We already know that. He's talking about Teenie is spoiled. Right, GSP? The party is over. So he said Teenie's spoiled. And they show pictures of her in her different looks, her hair, the nails, and all of that, and she giving it to us, okay, with all these different looks. So then he tells her, listen, you need to get a job. You need to get a job. You need to get a job. You need to get a job, child. He says, before you make any purchases, you need to contact me and let me know what's up. As soon as he told Teenie that she had to get a job, she was like this. She was like, a job? I can't even spell job. I don't want a job. What do I look like? I'm a stay-at-home mom. Even though my kids are of age where they go to school during the day and all of this and that. But ain't nobody trying to get no job. What's up, Love Arc? How are you? You know, everyone was watching. What? Okay. What's up, David? Welcome to the live. Hold up, y'all. Welcome. Man, take care of a woman in prison. Yeah, switch the How many women rich women take care of men in prison? Yeah, I guess, but he told her it is over. Um, Thank you. I know I'm a little goofy. Welcome, weirdos, right, GSP? So, he said you gotta get one, okay? She said she can get one. You know, she's been working before she met him. Then they give the background showing her with her kids and all of that, saying how she was working, she was holding down jobs and all of this and that. So if she wanted to get a job, she can get a job. So Rob said, how long? Rob said, how long is it going to take you to get this said job? So she said, well, all I have to do is touch up my resume and all of this and that, and I should have a job in about, soon. She didn't get no time frame until they got to the house, okay? Thank you. I can't even pronounce your name. All I see is Kid. Thank you, Kid. Make sure y'all liking up the video, y'all, while y'all in the room. Okay, so she says that she should have a job in no time. It ain't that big of a deal. Then we pan over to the house, right? They sitting at the good old house, and Teeny going to slip up and tell Rob. Well, she didn't slip up. She went ahead and told Rob what it was. What's up, Elda? I think that's how you say your name. She gonna tell Rob that, I went the other day. We went to the amusement park. Rob laying on the bed, and he just like, yes, it is some crazy drama. Right, she bet. And so, he said up here, what's going on, Kamar? Yeah, yes, this hair is artificial. I'm black on blackity black. Okay, I got the nappity naps that I love. And yes, this hair is artificial. I ain't never say this was my hair. So, he said, he laying across the bed, right? And so Teeny come in the room, and she's just like, talking to him and everything like that. And then she sits up here and says, yeah, we went to the water park the other day and they had a deal. Now, that's how she painted it. They had a deal on passes. So I went ahead and brought a season pass for $250. Child, the way Rob set up off that bed, he was like, say what now? What? Kelly said she been wanted to say that. Yes, about the tattoo. Absolutely. We're going to get to it. That's crazy. You looking so good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So he set up off that bed and he was like, what you mean? $250? What? So Teeny says, yeah, it was a deal. It was a pass for a family of 4. We have 4, so we can go as much as we want and play in the water. What's up, Glenn? Welcome to the live. And so I'm just like, girl, ain't it like, I don't know when they shot this, right? But right now, it is not water park season, so I don't know. Maybe it was hotter when she brought it. I don't know. But she tries to paint the picture that it was a good purchase. Ma'am, a good purchase is a refrigerator full of groceries. A good purchase is paying rent. A good purchase is paying your car note. A good purchase is paying the cell phone. A water pass, a season pass for a family of 4 is not a good purchase for $250 when y'all could have put that money to use. Rob tells her, well, I just told you to call me if you make these purchases, okay? They must be broke. Absolutely. Brokey over here. So she was like, well, I just did it and we just had this conversation and all of that about calling you first, okay? And then he brings it up again. He said, well, how long is it going to take you to get a job? She says it's going to take me 2 weeks. So Teeny thinks she has not been working in a while and it's only going to take her 2 weeks to get a job. Ma'am, you got to put the resume out there. You got to go on interviews. You got to basically sell yourself so that this job could want to hire you, okay? But she says in her mind, it's going to take 2 weeks and all of this, okay? And she turns it around and flips it on Rob to take the focus off of her and the money and the job and everything. And she talks about, well, how long it's going to take you to cover up that tattoo of your ex on your arm. And he was just like, what? I could get the tattoo covered up. You just need to get a job. She says, well, we both got something to do in 2 weeks. Then she get in the confessionals talking about, well, he gonna have to cover up that tattoo in 2 weeks, so we both have work to do. I said, Teeny, sit your crazy self down. See, what you thought was that when Rob got out of jail, that you was going to continue to have your free ride, that you was going to continue to be a real housewife, you was going to continue to live in the lap of luxury. But oh no, Rob was like, What we not gonna do? See, I've been locked up for a minute, and I didn't know inflation has risen to this level. So you're gonna need to go get a job. Let's move on to the next couple because we gonna see how long it takes Teeny to get her good old job. But again, I think it's a storyline as well because they are boring in my opinion. I don't know why they came back on this show. They don't have nothing going on. Moving on to the next couple, which is going to be Kim and Joey. Kim is annoying. Kim gets on my good old nerves. She really, really does. And Joey, we didn't even get a glimpse of him this episode, which is great because last episode he got on my nerves because he was another one that thought that he was not going to get a job, can't spell job, don't want a job, and that's lazy AF. So we get to them, right? Excuse me, y'all. She about to go shopping for a wedding dress. What's going on, Meta? She still is almost done. Sit still. I'm almost... What? Hold on. Let me get rid of somebody. I don't know how the crazies find my live child. I do not know. GSP says she's a garbage mom. Yes. For having her kid on TV tested... Say it again for the people in the back. Just trash. So let's get into her. So she down to the wedding shop, okay? Shopping for a wedding dress. And who does she bring along with her? Yes, y'all guessed it. The cousin. The cousin that she cheated on Joey with. Excuse me, y'all. Got a little something in my throat. So she bring her cousin down to the wedding shop to help her pick out a dress and shop for a dress. While she on the way to the wedding shop, she had been talking about some, this is my third time shopping for a wedding dress. I said, child, you need to not be shopping at all because you're still married, you psycho. I don't understand how you think that you're going to sit up here and go look for a wedding dress and plan a whole wedding and you ain't even divorced from your last wedding. That's why with Kim, I be looking at her with my good eyes because she freaking sit up here and want to paint this picture like Joey is the one that cheats, can't be trusted, like he the one with the issue. No, Kim, you the one with the issue. We got eyes, we see you. You are certified crazy, okay? So she feels like things would be, hold up, y'all. Hold up. She says this time when she gets married, things are going to be different because she has the right person standing at the end of the aisle. I said, so Kim, you ain't know if it was the right person the first time or the second time. This all of a sudden is the right person for you. You like, I found my person. And I'm just like, girl, bye. Okay, I guess 3 times the charm. Okay, that's what she thinking. So Kim up in there with her cousin and everything. And Kim is up here apologizing to her. Yes, he said Joey. Yeah, Joey's the right person. Like, really? So Kim is up there apologizing to the cousin because she said the last time that she's seen the cousin, exactly, nobody wants him. Last time she's seen the cousin, they had a situation. Y'all know they showed the clip of Joey. She was telling Kim Joey was whistling at her and doing all this inappropriate stuff at her daggone what was it, engagement party, okay? So Kim goes and apologizes for her because I guess nobody else in Kim's family got time. They was just like, child, if I come to the wedding, I'm not buying you no gift. I done brought you one the first time, the second time. We don't know how many times we gonna have to do this. I'm not gonna keep buying you no gift and all of that, and I'm not coming. So the rest of the family was like, we don't want to be on TV for Kim's foolishness, okay? So, she apologized to the cousin. The cousin accepts the apology, of course. So, Kim is saying, making excuses for Joey, saying that like this life is new for him. He just got out of jail, the kids, they're trying to buy the house, they're trying to get a job and all of this stuff like that. We like, yeah, okay, we don't care. Joey's still trash, and so are you. She tells the cousin that she is still married while she's standing up there in a wedding dress. I said, what now? We already knew that. But the cousin was shocked, okay? Kid says, I have a question. When you feel pressure and feel like everyone's against you, how do you react or adapt to the feelings? We're going to pause for a minute. Kid has a question in the comments. So when you feel pressure and you feel like everyone is against you, how do you adapt to the feeling? First and foremost, forget people. Screw people, okay? Nobody has a heaven or hell to put you in. Okay, that's number one. Who cares what people think about you? Screw them. Okay, you are one person. You have one life to live. You were born into this world alone. You will die alone. You will go through your trials and tribulations, sometimes alone. My philosophy and approach to when I feel pressure or when I have felt pressure about how people feel about me, I always go to the one that created me, the one that loves me, the one that knows me better than anybody else, the one that will love me regardless of what I ever do in my life, and that is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I always go to him. I pray. And I live my life and I go about my day and my way. I don't let anyone's opinions of me make me feel any type of way, make me feel anxiety or pressure, because I realize and know I'm the king's kid. And what does the Lord say about me? In the Bible, he says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That means he took his time to create each and every detail and part of us because he's so in love with us, okay? So when you're feeling pressure about what people think, forget them. They ain't God. They don't know nothing about you. They ain't create you. They don't have nowhere to put you. You get on your knees and you pray and you ask God to reveal himself to you and let him know who you are, and you go on about your life. And whoever ain't supposed to be in your life, you get them out of your life, remove them from your life, because some people are used of the devil. And what does the devil do? He is sent here to steal, kill, and destroy. That is his job that he wants to do for you and for me. And so when we know that and someone comes into our life and brings us this pressure and these feelings, we know that they are on an assignment from the devil and they are sent to tear us down. But God says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that he loves us so very much, and he's going to handle the devil. His days are numbered. So don't you worry about it, kid. Everything is going to work out, and you are definitely on my prayer list. Okay, back to the review. I had to take the time out because I love y'all, so I want to take the time out whenever somebody puts a comment or a question in the chat. Okay, appreciate it. Definitely. Thank you a lot. Needed more than that. You are welcome. You are so welcome. You are very welcome. Okay, so back to Kim and Joey, right? What was I saying? So she's standing up there in the wedding dress, y'all, and she up here, telling her cousin, well, I got to get a divorce first. Now, Joey is under the impression that her divorce is going to be finalized, okay, in a couple of weeks. But what he doesn't know is that Kim goofy self standing up there, and she ain't even started the process on getting a divorce, and she's standing up there. The cousin is talking about what? Does Joey know that you're still married? She starts this whispering stuff. I said, cousin, stop playing. You already know, just like your whole family know and the town know, that Kim is still married. So stop acting like you up here just as shocked, okay, as Joey's going to be. Her cousin said, you need to go and get a lawyer ASAP and file the paperwork and get it popping with a lawyer. Jezebel, that is the word right there, GSP. She definitely is one, and she's a whoremongerer. Since it's Sunday and we're going to use our church words and terms, she's a whoremonger and a Jezebel. So then she says that I don't want to have this conversation with Joey, letting him know that I haven't started the process. She said they have a date night tonight, and she don't want to bring that up. I said, child, you better bring it up, okay? What else? She, hold on. What the cousin saying? Okay, the cousin then tells her, do you think it is smart for you to go ahead and get married, Kim? What's up, got to be Pink Booty? Hi, made it. Hope I didn't miss much. No, you didn't. We're just on the second couple, which is Kim and Joey. We already went over the Real Housewife, Teenie, that she gonna have to now get a J-O-B-B. So, her cousin said it's not a good idea to get married. I don't know what you're thinking about. And the cousin was saying because, Joey is not aware of everything and all of that. The cousin needs to give her the real, okay? It's not a good idea for you to get married because you're still married. Like, are we crazy? And you sitting up here in this dress shop wasting these people time. They up here thinking they about to make a sale. But of course, the sales associates probably got their ear to the dressing room. And they like, she's still married. They're like, get this lady up out of here. We ain't making no sale off her. She ain't even divorced yet. Let's move on to the next couple. I said, boy, Kim and Joey get on my nerves. Melissa and Louie. Let's get on to good old Melissa and Louie. So Louie's driving, okay? And let me just say this. Every time I see Louie on the screen, y'all, Louie gives me a little bit of joy because Louis came out and he did it right. And he is working and he is showing us that you can come out and stay out and be really an acclimated individual into society. Got to be said, Kim probably knows the results already. Absolutely. And then, yeah, another thing about Kim, she's sitting up here saying that Joey is asking her about the results and all of this, but the way she was talking made it seem as if she did not send the results to through the post office. Okay, and back up, I don't know how you send DNA results, but I work for the post office, and let me tell you something. Sometimes we get packages with DNA samples and things like that in it that never makes it to where they're going because the proper postage wasn't paid, and what do we have to do? Throw it away. So I don't know, Kim, how you operated with shipping. But the post office, in my opinion, is not the way to go when you're trying to ship some DNA results. But I could be wrong. Maybe some people results actually do make it from, but the place that I work at, we get all the dead mail, the mail that never makes it. And baby, I have opened some stuff, okay, and it goes in the trash. So I don't know what Kim talking about, but whatever. This is probably all a storyline, like you said, got to be. She probably already know the results, okay. She know goodness well that baby is not Joey's, okay, and they just need a storyline to keep staying relevant on this show. Poor Louie. Melissa is a lot of work. Isn't she though? Let's get into them. So Louie driving, and I'm so excited when I see Louie because he's doing it, okay? He is still trying to wrap his mind around the fact that he just spent $18,500 on this ring. And I said, Louie, you and me both, because I don't know how in the world did you sit up here and let this lady that looks like Hatchet Face, y'all remember that movie Cry Baby that came out back in the day? Tell me Melissa don't look like Hatchet Face. I ain't trying to talk about the lady, but facts is facts, okay? You're going to let this lady that look like that talk you into buying her an $18,000 ring. I can't even... Child, when he was purchasing it, I got anxiety, and it wasn't even my money because I'm thinking to myself, we live in a generation at this point where you have to be smart with making your purchases, okay? GSP said, I'm happy for Louie. He's doing really well. Isn't he, though? Hatchet Face. That's what I call her, too. Isn't she, though? Oh, my goodness. I don't blame. Yes. So I just was looking like, Louie, there were probably several other beautiful rings, right, that you could have brought on your way to 18,500. You could have stopped somewhere around a ballpark of 5,000 and still found a good ring. I have seen plenty of beautiful rings that were way under 18,000, Louie G. Got to be saying Melissa is a lie. Louie must love her to deal, yes, with all of that. Lots of patience do. Absolutely, GSP said she's older. LOL, acting like she's 20 years old. Listen, and she's 41 out in these streets. Kelly Dixon says, I don't blame Louie throwing that pizza. Let's get into it, okay? And the pizza looked good. I was like, dang, y'all threw the pizza on the floor. So we get to Louie, he go on his way driving because it's Melissa's father's birthday. So they gonna take Melissa's father down to the good old diner, okay? Now I'm like looking at them like, y'all dad is turning, what was he, 76, 78, one of these ages, okay? And you mean to tell me you couldn't have took your father to a nice restaurant, okay? Because I was looking all in the TV and I was like, that looked like Denny's or something. Like, where the heck did they take the dad? I mean, they just, I was just like, what in the world? So before they get to the diner, right? GSP said, I was thinking, I wonder if she ate that pizza. Right. And his gift. Let's get into it. So they get to the gift shop, right? They up here trying to buy their dad a gift. Now, first of all, it looked like one of these gift shops that's a gag gift shop or something like that. I thought it was a sex toy shop at first. I was like, where the heck are we at getting this older man a gift? Y'all couldn't have went and got his head measured and got him a nice little Italian hat or something, since y'all always claiming y'all so Italian Mamma Mia up in here. Y'all couldn't get this man no hat. Y'all couldn't get this man a nice little tailor suit. Okay, Melissa said she worked for the post office and the sidebar, and let me tell you something, okay? The post office makes we do okay. We do okay for ourselves, depending on what job you have, right? So I couldn't believe for the life of me, between them two jobs, you couldn't have did better than this. So they go in this good old gift shop, and they up here talking about how Louis coming to the dinner and all of that, lunch for the dad and all of this stuff and that. So they go and buy the gift. They get to the good old diner, right? They sit down with the dad. The dad does look more frail and a little older than we had previously seen him. But you know, when you're older, your body goes through roller coasters, okay? So they was sitting down telling him happy birthday and stuff. And they up here giving him the gift. He told them, oh, thank you for the gift. And they said, we want you to open it and all of that, okay? So the dad opens the gift, and they're like, ta-da, and it's a daggone, what was it, a make-your-own-girlfriend little box or something, and I was like, seriously, what the heck, y'all are the worst children. If my daughter gave me some gags, talking some make-your-own-man, I would have threw that thing across the restaurant, and they'd have been like, we gotta get this old lady up out of here, she's tripping out, okay? But anyway, they tell the dad that Louis on his way to come meet them for the lunch and all of that. And Louis gets there, okay? The dad wants to act like grow a girlfriend. That's what it was, grow a girlfriend. It wasn't it a poor gift got to be. It was ridiculous. So Louis gets to the restaurant, y'all. Don't give me anything. If you want to give me that, don't give me anything. Louis gets to the restaurant, y'all, and he pull up, and he's like, happy birthday, gave the dad a handshake and all of that. Then all of a sudden, Melissa and her sister gets to-go boxes, okay? This was all orchestrated and staged. They get to-go boxes, and Louis like, are you leaving? And the sister says she'll be back, but Melissa, I guess she talking about she got to go to work or whatever. I don't know where she got to go. So they leave, right? I'm thinking to myself, why ain't nobody asked for the check? Why ain't nobody asked for the daggone check? Louis just spent $18,500 on a ring, and you mean to tell me you old birds gonna fly about this Denny's and not even think to offer him anything? Now, granted, they don't know he just spent $18,000 on the ring. However, even if I didn't know, I would ask my husband, you got this, you want me to, you know what I'm saying? It is my dad, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to assume and expect for him to pay for our Denny's meal, you know what I'm saying? But they a bunch of birds, so we going to see. Okay, so Louis sits up here, he asks the dad, he says he loved Melissa a lot and everything like that, woo, woo, woo. He wants to ask her to marry him. The dad says, you know, I like you because you did it the right way. I'm Italian, you know, the women are my heart. I promise you, if I hear them say they're Italian one more time, I'm taking shots, because I'm like, we already know that you all are Italian. We don't need y'all to keep telling us this every single time y'all come on the screen, okay? He said maybe it's the Italian in him. I said, child, bye. A good father loves his daughters. Like, that's not Italian at all. That's just regular. GSP says, I'm glad the dad came around to Louis. Yes, at least someone sees his efforts to change his life. Absolutely. GSP laughing. Absolutely. And I do love that. The dad did give his blessing and approves for him to ask Louis to marry the daughters and everything. Okay. Fast forward, right? Fast forward. We get up to Melissa's house, right? And then Melissa tells us before we get to the house that every relationship that she has been in, she has sabotaged the relationship. And I was like, what? You don't say. I said, yeah, you sabotaged the relationship, you psycho. You seem like you've sabotaged a lot of good men, okay? So we get to the house, right? And Melissa's holding the phone. She got a towel on. I'm like, okay, maybe she about to get a shower. Maybe she just got off, whatever. She holding the phone, and we see Louis on the phone, and he's like, what's up, y'all? It's Louis. It's Wellness Wednesday. We about to get our fitness in, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I don't even like her nose job. It makes her look worse. She should have just kept the other nose. I don't know what was wrong with the other nose, but whatever. I guess she said she knows better than God, okay? He gave you the nose, and you're going to go up here and make the nose worse. And God probably like, you know what? I know what I'm doing, okay? I know what I'm doing when I created you. So Louis says up here, he on his YouTube video, right? Looks pinched. Like, who's there in the home? Yeah, it does look very pinched. Like, she could barely get some air up that thing. So Louis giving us his YouTube spiel, right? And I like the video. I said, okay, Louis. I said, Louis, sell yourself. I'm liking this, Louis. Keep it up, right? Melissa watching it, she got an attitude. I said, oh, Lord, here we go. She gonna make this man's life horrible, and all he trying to do is up his clientele because Louis put it in the atmosphere. He said exactly what he want to do. He said, I want to be a trainer. And he said, I'm going to do it come hook or crook. And he has been doing it. GSP says, and her whole family has the same nose things. Right. I don't know. She showed the doctor a picture of her family and said, give me my sister nose and make it look a little bit like the dad and all of this. I don't know what the heck she did, but it looked crazy to me. So I didn't see nothing wrong with Louis' video, okay? There's a lot of trainers. There's a lot of workout gurus and people on YouTube especially that guys have their shirt off and they're marketing their body because that's how they're going to sell on a person wanting to train with them. I don't want to see some daggone 300-pound roly-poly dude coming on the live talking about some come on and work out with me. I'm going to be like, sir, no thanks, because you don't even take your own workout methods, okay? So he is up here selling himself. What's wrong with that, okay? So Melissa goes to get in the tub, right? Louis comes in the house. He's like, hey, yo, I brought dinner. And I was like, okay. Listen, anytime a man comes home and bring me some dinner, okay, anytime my husband comes home, let me put it like that, because I'm married, of course, comes home and brings me dinner, I'm excited. I don't care what you got, okay? It was more than what I had before you got here, okay? She does hate pizza. I was like, aren't you Italian? Isn't that one of y'all signature dishes? She probably ate it too much growing up, and she's like, screw this freaking pizza. I'm sick of this pizza. So Louis comes up in the house, right? He comes and he finds Melissa. She's in the tub. And Louis like, oh, it's time to get in the tub. And she was like, no, Louis, I just got off of work. Do not get in this tub. This is for me. Get out of here. I was like, well, dang, okay. I would have wanted my man to guess. I would have been like, yeah, come on in. The bubbles is nice, you know. Let's have a conversation. We could have sat in the tub and had a conversation, you know, and be a little. I could have unwind with my man. Who doesn't want to do that? I said, what the heck is wrong with Melissa? Something wrong with her. She always want to drum up some type of drama. So Louis was like, oh, okay. He put the shirt back on, and Melissa is like, why are you up here doing all these videos? Why are you getting all these clients and doing all this? I don't like the fact that you sitting up here training all these women and woo, woo, woo. I'm like, Melissa, now you up here mad at the dude because he got some jobs with an S. You know how many women? Shoot, Kim can't even get Joey to get one job. Louis over here got about 3 or 4 little hustles, and he's bringing in the coin. So much so to the tune that he was able to buy you an $18,000 ring, you old ugly bride. I said, I don't understand what is wrong with this chick. It got to be said, how is she mad at him? Right, for wanting to make money. If he was up under her all the time, she would complain about that too. She's very hard to please. She's very hard to please because y'all already know when he didn't have all this going on, she was like, you need to get a job. You need to get a job. Why you always got to do pizza? Now he doing something else outside of pizza. Now you got an issue with that. Girl, take your nose somewhere and stick it in the daggone tub, okay? You getting on my nerves. She's sitting up there thinking she's freaking the Godfather's daughter or something in the tub with her hair with a glass of wine. I said, girl, okay, whatever. So Louis is like, I have clients. This is how I get my clients. You know, she's like, I don't care, Louis. I'm tired of you getting these female clients. I said, Melissa, women are the ones that trainers target the most because we're always trying to work on our bodies. So of course he's going to have majority female clients. Don't know guy want to go to no other guy and get trained. If anything, they might do it. They might. But a lot of women, he probably has more women clientele because that's what we do. Girl, bye. So Louis sits up here and he's like, why are you mad? All this stuff. He's like, yeah. She was like, and I don't want to eat pizza. If you're working all these jobs, why we can't eat better than pizza? I said, why don't you get your tail in the kitchen and cook something, Melissa? But I forgot, you can't even cook. And then you sit up here complaining about this man bringing a pizza home. She's like, we should eat better than this. I said, girl, who do you think you are? Okay, Queen Elizabeth, talking about we should eat better than this. What's wrong with a good old pizza? Nothing. Okay. So then Louis is like confused, just like we are. And he gets a call on his phone. Okay. Probably somebody that saw his video, right? And so she only microwaves, exactly. And so I understand how it is to be an entrepreneur. Sometimes there is no 9 to 5 for entrepreneurs. Sometimes I sell jewelry Yeah, and I also have a boutique that I'm trying to open that is going to launch on Black Friday. I'm so excited about it. Soft launch, that is. And so sometimes I'm up later doing something, working on the business. Sometimes somebody may click on my Instagram video and ask to buy a piece of jewelry and message me at freaking 1 o'clock in the morning. And I may be in the bed sitting there watching something. I may not be sleepy yet or whatever, but when you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't stop. Sometimes it don't stop. Yeah, your business hours, you want it to be from here to here, but if somebody come across your video at freaking 3 o'clock in the morning and you happen to be up, you gonna go make that sale and make that money, and that's just what it is, okay? And so he got a phone call. He told Melissa, he was like, oh, hold up. Went and took the phone call. He went and handled his business. Melissa's like, and this is what I'm talking. He on the phone probably with a potential client, and she in the background acting on ghetto. This is what I'm talking about. Why is she calling that? Why is they calling right now? And Louis was like, man, shut up. And he slapped the piece on the floor. I said, and a good old pizza is gone on the floor, child. So he slapped the pizza on the floor, and Melissa sitting up here telling some God to be says very true. Absolutely. Absolutely. Being an entrepreneur is not for the weak. And on top of that, it never stops. It never stops. So Louis goes to take his call. Melissa's sitting up there soaking and stuff, acting all crazy and mad. And I'm just like, this lady is about to sabotage herself right on up out of an $18,500 ring with a good man. With a good man. How many of these convicts, ex-cons, or whatever you want to call them, come out and actually is a good one that we've seen that we just like, yes, man, he's doing the thing. Michael's not doing bad, but Michael, he dealing with Justine crazy stuff, and we're going to get to them last, but he's one. Louis doing well. And I mean, I can probably count on my hand how many of them come out and actually do something. Women and men alike, So it's just kind of like, Melissa, sit down somewhere, okay? You got a diamond in the rough, okay? You could have had like Red. Remember Red and Janome? You could have had somebody like Red that came out, okay? Then you really would have been up here acting up. So, girls, sit down somewhere and cut it out. Next couple, y'all, is going to be Brittany and Key Rock. Brittany and Key Rock getting on my nerves, okay? I don't know why they back on the show. And it seems like they are winging their time on the show. Every episode, it seems like when the episode cuts, then they go and say, okay, now what can we give them next week? It's like they haven't pre-thought out, like it's not pre-recorded or something, the way that they move and operate. GSP says he could have brought some better teeth, but he brought right. Absolutely. He could have worked on his grill. But he brought you a diamond. Ungrateful hatchet face. Okay, that's exactly what she is. Excuse me, y'all. Let me take a drink of water. I don't know what's up with the nose. All right, y'all. So let's get to Brittany and Key Rock getting on my nerves. Okay, so now we open up, and Brittany is up here letting down a blow-up mattress. And I said, where the heck is she at now? Her and Key Rock up here couch surfing all over daggone Richmond, Virginia. I said, what are y'all doing? Didn't the PO tell you to go to your aunt's house? Didn't the PO? And this is why you still on parole. Because you sit up here with this entitled attitude as if you deserve to be in the lap of luxury. You robbed people. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to hold somebody to their past. No, you're not. You're not supposed to hold somebody to their past. Absolutely. If you do something, guess what? God forgives you, and who am I to hold your past against you, okay? I believe that everybody, anybody can make a change. Even the person that has did the most heinous thing that you could think of, right? But don't come out here and think that you're supposed to be living in the lap of luxury after you've been in jail for a period of time. You robbed people, girl. You ought to be glad that you are not still in jail and that you have somewhere to lay your head, because the hotel, yes, it needed some sprucing up. The outside was a little ghetto, but it wasn't that bad, okay? I have seen some hotels that's 10 times worse than that, and you could have been living under a bridge, you ungrateful self. Got to be says, Yeah, their storyline is terrible because their expenses had me clutch my pearls. Absolutely. So let's get into it, right? So we open up, she blowing down the air mattress, right? And I'm trying to figure out where they at. So they at Coffee's house. Y'all know Coffee was on the episode the last time they was on it, right? And Coffee is supposed to be like Key Rock's advisor or counselor or whatever. I don't know who she's supposed to be, right? Just stay inside the hotel seems ungrateful. Absolutely, stay inside. You got a curfew anyway. Okay? Coffee does confuse me too. I don't know what her I don't know. Okay, so we get to Coffee's apartment. Now, Coffee's apartment is a daggone studio apartment. It's like 800 square feet. And not only that, she one of them people that like to live in clutter, and I hate that. They got all these knickknacks and different pieces all over the daggone place. I was claustrophobic watching it, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? What? First of all, if I was Coffee and y'all called me up, I'm like, I ain't got no room for y'all to come up over here. What y'all gonna do? So now they would rather stay in a cramped apartment with an air mattress instead of living in a hotel that she spent all day cleaning, that they could have stayed in and been okay, that the government was paying for. Now you got to come out the pocket 300 some odd dollars and give Coffee every month when you had a government assisted hotel. I don't understand that. I just do not understand. Isn't the goal for y'all to save money? Because when y'all ran down all these bills y'all had, you need to save that 300 some odd dollars to go to one of them bills, but you decided we gonna go live up in this cramped studio apartment and put Coffee out. It wouldn't have been me, because I would have told y'all to kick rocks, okay? Key Rock up here complaining to us, talking about we got to be on the floor. We got to be on the air mattress. I said, child, listen, when I first moved to Georgia and got my apartment, my furniture was not here yet. Guess what I was on? I got it popping with an air mattress. I brought one for me, and I put one in my daughter's room, and we was popping with the air mattress until the furniture got there. And let me tell you something. We had a roof over our head, food in the refrigerator, and we was chilling. We had our clothes and everything. When the furniture got there, it got there. But we did not complain about having to be on an air mattress. It's better than being on the ground outside. I'm like, why do y'all think y'all entitled? Why do y'all think y'all entitled? GSP says Brittany spends $500 a month for her. Look, let's talk about that. People are so weak. Absolutely. People priorities are off. Very off. When you have been homeless, or when you have been in a situation where you could have possibly been homeless, let me get rid of you because we ain't talking about no voting. I'm going to put you in timeout. You could come back, but that's a different video. So when you have been homeless, when you have been down to your last dime, when you don't know where your food is coming from, a level of gratefulness rises up in you like never before when you finally get it together and get some things on track. But Brittany and Kira think that somebody owe them something when you are an ex-cons. And it's not like y'all been out for 10, 20 years. Y'all only been out for about... Show, how long they been out? A year at best? Got to be says their priorities are all out of order. Absolutely. So, he said they living off of his savings that he has put up, and he needs to hurry up and try to get to Houston to start working and all of that. I said, why don't you just go, Kira? Y'all act like y'all joined at the hip or something. I would have been like, Brittany, I'm gonna check in on you, but I'm gonna go ahead and head to Houston. You got a job, and this job is waiting for you to just show up and come. I would have hired somebody else. Ridiculous plan. Absolutely. I would have been like, look, anybody got time to wait for you, Key-Rock, to show up? I'm hiring somebody else because I need the job done. And you sitting up here hanging on with Brittany, and y'all just bopping around Richmond, pillar to post, and up here want us to feel sorry for y'all. Yeah, and while y'all there, y'all both could get some type of job. Y'all better apply at McDonald's or something. Do something while you waiting for this to, all of this to work out, okay? So they go to this little diner or something so they could sit down and run down their expenses, okay? And so their expenses entail paying 2 rents. They said they paying $1,400 in Houston and $300 something to Coffee. Now pause. Didn't the whole family go to Houston? Why the heck is Brittany and Key-Rock paying $1,400 for rent? So what is the family doing? Are they just sitting there waiting for y'all to get there and living rent free while y'all paying the rent? I don't believe that crap. Because if the mom's boyfriend went with them to Houston, what real man is going to sit up there and allow somebody else to be paying his rent? I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I believe they putting on for the cameras. I believe that that's how much their apartment costs, but I don't think that they're actually paying $1,400. Okay, so I don't believe it. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, okay? They paying coffee to $300 something a month. They done said that. Key Rock says, what about you with your nails? How much is the nails? The cameraman pan down to the nails. Now, I'm a nail connoisseur. I love getting my nails done, okay? And what's messed up, I was at work the other night and broke my daggone nail. Now I gotta go get that fixed on tomorrow. But that's another video. But I love nails, okay? Got to be says the mom said they can have their own house separate from Brittany and Key Rock. Yeah, so I something seemed fishy about that. Nice nails, but that's not in her budget. Absolutely, her nails were nice. And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't she say that she was going to be a nail tech? Like, isn't that what she going to school for and trying to do? So here I am the whole time thinking that she was doing her own nails, but she's not. She's spending money on getting the nails done. So Key Rock's like, well, you get your nails done every week. I said, pause. My nails last me 2 weeks when I get them done. They last me 2 weeks. I end up spending, so this is what my nails is doing right now, right? This is the length that they are and all of that. For these, I paid, got the design on them and stuff. I think I paid like $100. I paid anywhere from $80 to $100, okay, for my nails. It lasts me 2 weeks, and I do get them done every 2 weeks. That's a treat that I love to give to myself. GSP says she was going to do hair, dropped out right. Now she's going to do nails. Child, she ain't got no direction, none. Got to be says right. I thought she was doing her own nails too. Absolutely. So I pay about $80 to $100 on my nails every 2 weeks. Now, Brittany's nails. Now, let me tell you something. Nails ain't what they used to do back in the day. When I was in high school and I used to get my nails done, nails, if you got a full set and you got the little airbrush, remember they used to use the airbrush design and stuff? We real talk was paying like $40 something to get our nails done. Real talk. Back in the day. At the most, $50. Anything other than that, we was looking like, why is it so high? Now, nails have evolved. A simple nail like this is going to run you about $80 to $100. They have lost it in the nail shop, okay? And that's the way it has become. Now, her nails, airbrush and with a palm tree, right? Her nails are long and pointy. Now, the longer the nail is, the more expensive the nail is going to be. When I looked at Brittany's hand, I said, this child easily spent $250, maybe $300 on them nails. Because she had designs on them, they was long and all of that. She may have spent more than that on the nails. Now, if you was working and had it like that, your rent was paid, everything was going down with you, right? I don't have no issue with that. You handle your business. You spend your money how you want, okay? Get it how you live it. But y'all out here in front of us telling us that y'all are living pillar to post and all of this stuff is going on. So you ain't got it like that, okay? Ford said French used to be 25. I know. Got to be. I miss those days. Why doesn't she just practice on herself? I don't know why. $25. Those were the days. And I don't know how we got here. So, what else? So she going to try to brush past the nail comment. She was like, this ain't about my nails, Bubba. I said, yes, it is. Y'all going over the budget. You need to put them nails on the budget. You need to back off with them nails, okay? So then Key Rock comes up with this grand, elaborate master plan. And I'm like, here they go again. See, my issue with Key Rock is he don't think nothing through. He comes up with an idea. The light bulb comes on and he be like, and in his mind, he thinks it's right. But to us, it's foolishness. So he tells Brittany, why don't we just get married? Because if we're married, they cannot. Now, he has not spoken to a PO. He has not went on Google and researched it. He ain't did a daggone thing. He said if we get married, they cannot deny us to move and be together. I said, says who? Says who, Key Rock? And here goes Brittany goofy self. You think that'll work? He comes up with a stupid plan, and all she does is go along with it. Nobody in a relationship has no type of sense. Both of them is acting like they just children. For lack of better words, they are really children because they're young, but they're still adults, right? They're acting like they ain't got no daggone sense. So she goes and says, of course I want to marry you and blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, right? Fast forward, she goes now to the good old wedding dress shop because her and Key Rock is going to elope. I said, here we go. They going to elope. She gets to the wedding dress shop. She going with one of her good old girlfriends. Now, the good old girlfriend is the only one in their segment that had actual sense. He's playing the Big Papa role. She's the arm candy wife. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what's going on. So they get down to the wedding dress shop, right? She's looking for wedding dresses, okay? Her friend, like I said, the only one that making sense. Her friend, she tells her friend the plan. Brittany tried on one dress, which I thought was too old. That first dress was too old for her. Brittany's only 23 years old. She came out there looking like the lady that, remember on Beetlejuice, the first one when the wife... when the dead wife, when they was laying out the wedding clothes and they was trying to bring them back to life or whatever, that dress that Gina Davis had on, that's exactly how Brittany looked in that dress. I said, you 23 years old. Now, I'm not saying you supposed to have your boobs hanging out and act all inappropriate, no. But dress for your age, girl. You got all this lace and dollies on and all this stuff. What the heck are we doing? She looked too covered up, right? Then the next dress was a little bit too revealing. Got to be. Did she not look like it? The next dress was too revealing. Okay, of course you're going to have to put some shapewear on under it and all that stuff. She was just trying it on. But I was like, now your boobies feel like they about to pop on out the top of the dress. Now that's just too much, okay? But she tried on dresses with the friend, and the friend, she tell the friend the plan, and the friend was like, did y'all call the PO and make sure that that was okay, that is actually what's going to happen if y'all get married? And Brittany was like, listen, we're going to elope. Like, she didn't want to hear nothing the friend was saying. If I was the friend, I would have been like, oh, okay, well, do your big one and let me know how it work out. But don't come calling me crying when the PO tell you to kick rocks and get up out my face. So Brittany goes, and then the friend still double downs and says, at least call them and see what's going on. So Brittany gets on the phone, she calls the PO, and the PO says to her, listen, people been frauding lately, saying that they're family members and not really family members, okay? All Brittany heard was that people are frauding. So in her mind, she figured that if we get married, then we're not going to fraud. But Brittany, do you not think that these people are going to look at what y'all doing as a little bit too coincidental? Like all of a sudden, y'all getting married. They know that y'all only doing this so that you could get off of parole and get to Texas. They're not the ones that's denying you. Texas is denying you. So when you show up with a marriage license and they just told you last week that you couldn't come there because you're still on parole, but if you was married, things would be different, and you go and get married, don't you think that they're going to think that that's a little suspicious? Got to be says she cut the friend off quick. Didn't she though? GSP says, what's in Texas for them? Absolutely. Typical criminal behavior. Right. Why are you moving to Texas? I would have set my happy hips right in Richmond, something that's familiar to me, build my money, live my life a little bit. And if I wanted to move, say, in my 30s or something like that, you're 23. What you popping up to Texas for? Who do you know in Texas? It probably was Key Rock's plan. It definitely probably wasn't her plan. But she just goes along and do whatever he want to do. Then we get to Key Rock while she up here buying a dress. That was a nice house they were in with their mom. Yeah, why nothing wrong with that house? Y'all got the mom uprooting her lease and stuff, going to Texas and everything to live in an apartment. Make it make sense. So we pan over to Key Rock, right? Key Rock is up here talking to Coffee, and Coffee is saying, Coffee is also a little ignorant as well. Now, that's not a name. Ignorant means when you do not understand something properly, so you're ignorant. Like if somebody asks me the freaking capital of Amsterdam or something, I'm like, I don't know. I'm ignorant to the capital of Amsterdam. Somebody else may know what that is. I don't. So that's what ignorance means before somebody come on the comments in the replay and be like, she was talking about that lady, blah, blah, blah. You know all the LGBTQ protectors. You always got to give a disclaimer these days because people so freaking sensitive, okay? But Coffee is ignorant to what is going to happen with the PO, okay? Because Coffee goes and is probably the one that gave Key Rock the ideas, because she's up here talking about something. Yeah, you should go ahead. Y'all should get married. They definitely can't deny y'all. And I'm like, Coffee, you're supposed to be the mentor. How you mentoring Key Rock and you up here going along with his diabolical, stupid plan? That don't make no sense to me. We're with you, right? Thank you for being with me, because boy, I'm telling you, every time I say something about the alphabet community, people want to come for my head, and I'm just like, what in the world? What is the problem? I was like, I have my rights and my opinions, to what I think and what I believe in everything, and I don't hate those people. God tells me to love. I love everybody, but if you ask me about their lifestyle, now that's a different conversation. So, so Coffee up is saying, you know what you need to do? You need to call your mom, because your mom would like to know about this wedding. Y'all going to elope. And Key Rock was like, yeah, she's already mad because we not in Texas. Let me call the mom. He calls the mom. She don't answer the phone, right? Purposely. I feel like that was staged and purposely done that, okay? I don't know why the mom felt like she couldn't answer the phone. Any other time, she's all like, oh, I love you, Key Rock. You're so cute. You're so this. You're my son. Blah, blah, blah. And they do all this, lovey-dovey crap that's just over the top, okay? Now all of a sudden she can't answer the phone, right? So we get back over to Brittany. Brittany trying the second dress. She loves the second dress. The friend is like, you look beautiful, blah, blah, blah. She asked the lady, she said, how much is this dress? The lady said, oh, that one's $2,000. I said, Brittany, take that dress off. Take that dress off. You better go on Amazon and look up dresses and have them ship them to Coffee's house, okay? You ain't got no $2,000 to spend on no tackle wedding dresses. And let me just tell y'all, that is the norm. That is the norm for wedding dresses if you go into one of these boutiques, because 2 years ago when I got married, my dress was $1,400. $1,400. I looked amazing. I loved the dress, but that daggone dress was $1,400. So that is the norm and the going price for the dresses. Now, you can get a really good dress for cheaper than that, because it was a girl at my job that got married around the same time I did, and she said she went on Amazon. She said her dress was like $500 something. I said, child, I wish I would have did the same thing. Why I didn't think about that? But yeah, Brittany need to go on Amazon, because she ain't got it like that. $2,000 seems about average. And yeah, that's the going price. That's the going price these days for a dress you're gonna wear for one day. But that's what they do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did, so I can't even knock her. But see, I was in a position where I could do it. Brittany is not, so she need to go on to Amazon and handle her business. What else? The friend said call the PO. Brittany calls the PO. The PO tells her about the whole fraud thing, and that's it with them, okay? Got to be says, why did she even go to the boutique if she's supposed to be? Yes, quick wedding there and trying to say, absolutely. She could have went and got a nice little white pantsuit, okay, or something. She could have did something. Like, you ain't have to go up in that daggone wedding boutique, wasting them people time, bringing them cameras up in there, making them think that you somebody, okay? Because I know they saw them cameras and was like, uh-oh, we about to make a real good sale. We don't know who this is. Maybe she's some type of celebrity. Okay, we gonna make this sale. Everybody get the wine out, get the cheese. They got all prepared like they was gonna make a sale, not knowing that you's this broke person on the show called Life After Lockup, and you ain't got no money. Let's move on to the next couple, Bianca and Daniel. Let's take a moment of silence real quick. Hold on. Yes, get the cheese. Bianca and Daniel. Daniel, run for your life. This old goofy girl is going to drag you down. Something is deeply troubling and wrong with Bianca. She needs therapy. Therapy and Jesus paired together is the only thing that can help Bianca. And furthermore, she can drop the therapy and just get all of Jesus, and that's going to help Bianca, because something is wrong with her. She is a hot mess express. Yes. GSP, she do look like the corpse bride. Or freaking or Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? I am a goofball. Oh gosh, that baby lives. Yes. Oh my goodness. On Coraline, yes. Why does Bianca look so so dark. There is no light in her face at all. Yeah, she looked like she would kill it right now for the Halloween season, like without doing makeup. Like really, I mean, she does have this dark thing about her. Now, what's this? Y'all already know. The Nightmare Before Christmas was by far the dumbest thing that I ever wasted my time watching. But what was his name? Jack the Pumpkin King or something, and he was real skinny in that little song. What's this? What's this? What's this? I don't know what Tim Burton was going through when he made that daggone movie, but that was the dumbest cartoon I've ever watched before in my life. But yes, she does look like that, okay? So we get to them, right? So they waking up the next morning, you know, from her drunken stupor from the last episode, right? And Daniel was sleeping on the couch, right? And she come in there telling some, oh, why are you sleeping on the couch? Are you still mad at me? Do you not remember what happened? Were you that drunk? Were you that drunk that you don't remember why this man is sleeping on the couch? I said, child, something is wrong with this girl, okay? Then she sits down. He wakes up, okay. She said yesterday when she got drunk or whenever they shot, well, it was yesterday. She says that she was having a bad day. She's lonely, blah, 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 all this stuff. I said, child, I have had bad days, but I have never went to the bar and said, pour me up the whole bar so I could get drunk, okay? So miss me with that old bad day and all of that, okay? Hold on, y'all. So she up here talking about, you promised me a lot of things. You promised me you was going to marry me when you got out, that you was going to do all this stuff for me. And Daniel was like, yeah, I promised you that, but the things have changed, okay? I got out and I found out that you're some drunken psycho. So no, I don't want to marry you, okay? Not yet. She's like, well, why would you ask me to marry you? And he was just like, I don't know. I was in jail. I was killing the time. I don't really want to marry your crazy self. Yes, pour my coffee. I was like, what's wrong with her and this daggone coffee? So then, he was just giving her prison lines. Good old prison lines, okay? Got to be said, I can't believe she brung up the coffee. Girl, when she brought that coffee up, I wanted to slide my TV across the floor, okay? I was just like, what is going on? Why are you bringing this up again? So she sit up here and he was like, are you talking about the coffee? And she's like, yeah, because I feel like why you couldn't just do that one thing for me, a relationship. This is what she gonna say. Now all of a sudden she turned into Dr. Phil when she was going to try to give him relationship advice. She talking about a relationship is give and take. You do something nice for me, I do something nice for you, blah, blah, blah. Daniel said, well, look, I'm not your slave, okay? I made breakfast. You could get up and go over there and get your own coffee. And I was like, how you gonna say a relationship is about give and take and about being concerned about one another? You weren't concerned about him when you turned them bottles up and got tore up drunk, and you talking about some relationship about give and take. Yes, and it's day 3. It's only day 3 and they going through all of this, right? So then she want him to show her that he love her. With her, she's going to make this man prove himself to her throughout their whole relationship if he decides to stay with her. Okay? They act like cellmates. It's ridiculous. So then he starts telling her, you know, I'm not your slave, blah, blah. So he's talking with authority because men's voices go that way. She tells us, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. I don't like when people yell at me. No, you don't like when people hold you accountable and call you on your BS. That's what you don't like. So don't sit up here and act like you just don't like when he don't yell at you, okay? She said she was in a relationship like that when somebody raised their voice, then they laid nationwide hands on her and stuff like that. And she just talking about something, I don't like that. And I'm like, child, okay, listen, that is a traumatic experience. Nobody should be putting their hands on you, Bianca. But you sitting up here acting all goofy and stuff to this man, you're going to make him snap. I'm telling you now. So you need to calm down, okay? She said she don't want to be with somebody who yells at her. She said, so if you're going to yell with me, then I guess this is just over. And Daniel was like, so I raised my voice a milli-inch, and you talking about it's over. I said, Daniel, she's showing you how immature, ignorant that she is. If Bianca is got her into the YouTube streets, she is getting dragged by Reddit and all over YouTube. Nobody sees it for this chick. Not nobody. She is 23, very young. Yes, she's very young. But then again, I was 23 once. Now, I ain't act like that. I think it's about your upbringing and your background. See, Bianca has never had any discipline in her life, and you can tell by the way she behaves and acts. She was one of those valley girls that went out and partied and be like, get out my room, mom, and slam the door type situation. Never got no discipline, never had no major responsibilities and all of that. She ended up getting herself into this drunken accident where she knew that person was drunk. I don't care what nobody say. You knew the person was drunk. Bianca was probably drunk herself, okay? Got in an accident, got all this money, okay? Because we don't even know how much money she got left, okay? Because she probably drinks a lot of it up. You know, yeah, she's very immature and she has never been held accountable. Now, Daniel comes into her life and starts checking her. It's like, get your own freaking coffee, okay? Kelly Dixon, yes, I agree. Absolutely, get your own coffee. I'm not your freaking slave. I don't want to get your freaking coffee. Get it yourself. He says, I'm not a slave. I'm not a housekeeper. What I look like? Walk your tail over there and get your own daggone coffee, okay? She then starts talking about a healthy relationship is about making people happy. No, she wants him to make her happy. That's what this is about. She don't care nothing about no daggone Daniel. She don't care about his sobriety. She don't care about nothing. She cares about making herself happy. And she wanted to get somebody that was going to tap dance and make her happy. And she has a... Wait a minute, what? Oh, he has a 13-year-old kid. Yeah, he has a 13-year-old child. Daniel, I thought you said she does. I'm about to say, wait, when did that come out? But he has a lot of other things that he's thinking about. He's not thinking about making you happy. He's trying to repair things with his child, get a job, stay on the wagon while dealing with your crazy self that's off the wagon. He got a lot on his plate. And the last thing he needs is your old goofy self. Why is she so comfortable telling his cousin everything? Yes, and not him. Very strange. Absolutely, because she's psycho. So fast forward, they make up and everything, but before they make up, she gonna call him a red flag. I said, you got the audacity to call somebody a red flag, Bianca. You are a walking red flag and has been one since you popped up on our screen. Are you kidding me? Girl, bye. So, fast forward, right? Daniel gets dressed and he about to go meet up with the cousin. So, Bianca is like, all right, I'm going to stay here, whatever, in the apartment. GSP says, look like she was flirting with the cousin to me. Yeah, she probably was. Now that I think about it, I feel like she was telling the cousin that because she wanted to hunch on the cousin. Because what woman goes and tells about the man's lack of ability to perform in the bedroom unless you want the man to turn around and say, well, that ain't me. I could make you do this and do that. And then she says, okay, let's go see. Yeah, but it backfired because the cousin didn't do that. Kelly thinks she want the cousin too. Absolutely. So he pan over to the cousin. He get with the cousin, right? He on his way to see him. While she's there, she FaceTimes her friend Andreas. Now, her friend Andreas, when we first met him, he was giving her the real and trying to, check Dan and all this other stuff. But Andreas is another one of them friends of hers that probably partied with her, didn't hold her accountable because when she was telling him about her drinking and all of that, she tried to downplay about Andreas' face was looking like, oh girl, you did one of them drunken stupors, didn't you? That you used to do when you was here at home. Okay. She just telling him, oh, he got upset. His family got upset because I drunk a little bit. I said, you ain't drink a little bit. You drunk a lot of bit, okay? We pan over to Daniel. He meets up with the cousin. He asking the cousin what happened. The cousin is apologizing, of course, for having drinks with her. And he asked the cousin, he said, well, what happened? What did she say? So he says that Bianca did admit that she has a drinking problem. And right when she said she had a drinking problem, she was like, bartender, it's shot o'clock. Shot. So Daniel said, well, how many drinks did she have? He said, this is what the cousin said. And I think the cousin lying. I think the cousin was trying to spare Daniel's feelings. Because the cousin said, I had 2 drinks and she had 3 drinks. I said, okay, lie yours. Because remember when the glasses was on the bar. It was 4 glasses on the bar. And remember, right before they got there, they took another shot, okay? And then I believe that they also did another shot that we didn't see off camera. So I believe that cousin had 4 drinks and Bianca had about 5 to 6 drinks, okay? So, because 2 drinks, unless you're a lightweight, and depending on what the drink is, it's not going to take you to the degree that the cousin was in the confessionals. He was slurring and saying all type of crazy stuff. He didn't even know what day it was. And then Bianca was just sitting there like, take a shot. I don't care. She couldn't even drive or keep her head up. The mom had to take her home. So they drunk way more than that. GSP says she's probably drinking in the bathroom stall too. Absolutely. What's up, Yuli girl? That's okay, girl. Long as you here, welcome to the party. So, then the cousin starts telling Dan that she talked about my sexual drive and all of that. And Dan was like, why would she tell you that? I said, absolutely. Dan said in his confessionals that he is starting to see some red flags. I said, you think? You really think you're starting to see red flags, Daniel? She has a lot of them, okay? The cousin said he feels like that Bianca will blame him if she's not happy. And the cousin said a mouthful there. I completely agree with the cousin. If Bianca isn't happy, if stuff isn't going her way, she's definitely going to blame Daniel. Daniel needs to run and get out of it. Call his mom and be like, Mom, can I move in with you until I get some things straight? Because this relationship is going to crash and burn. Moving on to the next couple, which is Justine and Michael. This is the last couple, y'all. Listen, we about to get into this because this was a whole hot mess. It was absolutely ridiculous and crazy, okay? Justine don't care nothing about her daggone husband, nothing about her kids. She freaking just want to be on this daggone screen having a storyline. But what a horrible storyline to have, okay? So they're going to meet up. Michael, Justina, and Baby Manhattan is going to go meet the lawyer. And the lawyer's name was Sam. GSP says, so dramatic. Days of our lives. Absolutely. So they're going to go meet the lawyer, Sam, right? Because y'all already know that the doctors gave Justine doom and gloom and said that it's in her best interest to put together some type of will or something in case something goes wrong during her pregnancy, okay? And so they're going to go see this lawyer, and the lawyer is speaking to them. They want to speak to the lawyer about the medical, the finances, the children, etc. Just putting all their life in perspective. She is saying if there is any quality of life that is altered, she wants Michael to pull the plug, okay? I don't know why this woman is getting on this TV up here talking so candidly about dying. Like, she says it like so, like, just pull the plug. Like, it ain't a big deal. Y'all got freaking 9 kids. And you mean to tell me you don't feel no type of way about talking about this? The way that she expresses herself about this makes me just feel like they're reaching, and it's a storyline. I would be distraught every time somebody would even ask me. I would tear up or something, or feel away or anything. She teared up one time in her confessionals like 2 episodes ago, which was fake because no tears fell. She was just like, I was like, girl, get the heck off my screen, because it's probably, I'm not saying that she might not have no complications and it's not a high risk, but knowing what we know of Justine and Michael, they always seem to just do the most for a storyline, and I'm hoping this is one that they're not doing. But y'all remember the last time they was on the screen, they set up here and used Manhattan as possibly something going wrong with her, possibly Justine ended her life. I was so angry with them about that, because they sit up here and use any and everything to stay relevant and keep the check coming in. They did it last season with their baby that's here now. We know that they made us seem like something was definitely going to happen, and ain't nothing happened, and they knew that. I was so mad about that, because I was like, there are a lot of women out here who go through complications, who lose children, who have all these issues with fertility and everything. Y'all up here playing around with it. I was like, why do that? I don't understand that. GSP says she'll be fine. I think so too, okay? So, Mike is saying, what if you get better? He said he don't feel comfortable with pulling the plug, because what if you recover or something happens? And I agree with Mike. It's just like, okay, let's see what happens, because the way I believe, the way my faith is set up, I believe God can turn the situation around. So why would you even want him to do that? And I don't think she would want him to do it right away, but I think she was maybe referring to like if she's been on life support for a period of time and everything. And me and my husband has actually talked about that too, because life support is rather expensive. And I believe that if I'm on life support and I've been on there for some months, like 6 months, and it's not getting better, I would want my husband to go ahead and do that too. Now, and he feels the same way, only because you're basically being left alive by a machine, and it is very expensive. And you mean to talk about you're on it for 6 months? That is a huge, that's in the millions probably, of you paying the hospital to keep you breathing through a machine, right? So that is a conversation that me and my husband have had. But Justine and Mike was just putting on for the cameras. Yuli says, I agree with Mike and Kylie being a child. Absolutely. So what else happened? Let's get into it. Justine, the lawyer, says, well, how many kids do y'all have, right? Justine says she has 3 kids prior to Mike, the minor children. And then she says, so what will happen to the minor children if something happens? Because she says that the minor children are not his biological children. The lawyer says, so what's going to happen to the kids if something happened? Justina comes out her mouth and she says, I want the minor kids to go to my daughter Callie. Mike was like, Callie? He was like, she's a child herself. Why would you say that? And I was here for all of Mike's responses. I was here for it. He said, what do you mean? He got his little white jacket on. You know who he looked like with that white jacket? Remember the movie with the dudes that was the polar bears, and they was a drug gang, and they all wore white. What movie was that? Oh, it was Superfly, that movie. They look like their rival drug dealer people with the plush white on. Mike got on his plush white drug dealer coat and he went outside. He said, nah, you talking over with your lawyer. Got to be said, it's hard to watch these scenes. This situation is serious, but they are not. Absolutely. GSP says, what about the real dad? Right. All puffed up. Right. He was all puffed up. He was like, nah, y'all talk about it. And Mike get outside. He tells us he feels disrespected. I said, yes, I agree. He said he feels like she doesn't trust him. I said, I agree with that too, Mike. He says, if something happened to her, and this was a real man answer. He said if something happened to her, he said he would feel like he would feel obligated to take all of the children on. And I said, absolutely. Y'all are married. Y'all are now one. What her children are your children. She's up here painting this picture like he's going to harm them or do something wrong to them. Got to be said, I just watched Superfly last night. Right. So you know what I mean. Them daggone puff white jackets that they had on. I laughed at that scene. Who does that? She should have talked to him before. Absolutely. Why you going to spring that on this man while he's sitting in front of the daggone lawyer? And this the first time he hearing about it. Now, if this was staged and it wasn't the first time he was hearing about it, Michael, bravo, you did a good job with your acting, because he made it seem like it was the first time he heard about it. And knowing Justine, it probably was, okay? He comes back into the office, okay? And she talking about before he came back that he might not know how to deal with her son Santana because he's special needs and blah, blah, blah. But he's high functioning special needs. But she don't believe he would know how to deal with him. I said, well, teach him or get him a nurse or something, or put him in a program or something. Stop throwing that fact that he's special needs, because Santana ain't as special needs as you think. You said yourself that he does well in school and he's high functioning. So stop acting like that he is that much of a special needs that you think that Mike cannot handle it. Yeah, he came back in rapping. Santana doesn't like Mike. I don't think he's seeing for Mike either, because he's very much all up under Justine, okay? And we saw that when they was on the show before. The lawyer says, so how is that? The lawyer was even confused. He was like, so how is it going to work if he's special needs and all of this? And it's the father, he was asking about the fathers, and she said that the fathers were in their life, okay? So I don't know how much they're in their life to that degree, because they up and moved to Vegas. You can't tell me you're going to take my child and move to some daggone Vegas and I'm going to be okay with it, because I'm going to let you know that ain't going down the way you think. No, if I'm involved in a child's life, no. The lawyer said a plan that they could do, they could have something called a co-guardianship, okay, where where Callie and Michael make the decisions on the children. I said, okay, lawyer, I can see you was trying to give them some options, but that's some crap. There shouldn't be no co-guardianship. Callie's 19 years old. She's in college. She's just starting her adulthood, living her life. Why should she be responsible for her brothers if something happens to the mom? I'm not saying she shouldn't check on them. I'm not saying she shouldn't call and all of that and stuff like that. But don't try to make this girl's life be over, Justine, because your life was over in high school when you decided to pop it open and have babies. Now you want to sit up here and drag this girl down the same road you went down. No, that's selfish and it's unfair. Got to be says right. She acting like she bound to deliver. Right. She has time to teach him. Absolutely. Teach the man how to deal with your special needs child. GSP says make the other older girl raise him. Miles' older daughter. Right. Like, what is going on? Child. So she acting like, okay. So then she gonna say, well, I'm put in a situation because no matter what I say, no matter what I do, it's gonna suck. You suck, Justine. You freaking suck. Do you know how it would feel as your husband to hear that I want my daughter to take guardianship of the children? He said it. He feels disrespected and not trusted. Why would you even want to put that on your child? She is beginning her adult life. And here you come with your drama. Here you come down to her college with the baby unloading all this on her. And now you want her to sit up here and sign up for it. And the daughter's like, I don't want to do this. I want to be outside. I want to live my life. What she should at 19 years old. She should not be settled down with responsibility. Just because you had her in high school, Justine, now you want to sit up here and give her your same load. I don't like that. Justine is painting a bad picture of herself, okay? And Michael's going along with the going along if this is a storyline that he just as bad as she is. However, I had a little bit more sympathy for Michael on this episode because I understood exactly what he was saying. If my husband did that to me and he had a child before me and he said if something happened to him, he want my oldest daughter or his oldest daughter or somebody else to take care of the child, I would feel away. I'd be like, well, why the heck you marry me if you don't trust me or think I'm going to do what's in the best interest of your children? Child, just a hot mess. And that's my review, y'all. Just a whole hot mess. Justine, you suck. Gatsby says, what about her mom? Right, what about the mom? But even then, don't marry a guy you don't trust, right, with your kids when you're gone. Absolutely, definitely do not. If you did not trust him to take care of your children, that should have been red flag number 1 through infinity. You should not have married the guy. And yeah, the mom is probably like, keep me out of it, okay? I've dealt with Justina from 17 with getting pregnant and everything and doing all of this. The mom probably had to raise them children a lot. And the mom is probably like, I don't want to deal with it. But that would be the first person that I would ask. I wouldn't go straight to my 19-year-old daughter. I would include my mom in this process. And then her mom strikes me as somebody who is sick of Justine BS, but at the same time, she would be there and help them children. She seemed like that, you know, if something happened to Justine, she would be there to take care of the kids and help Michael. Thank you, GSP. Thank you so much. That's my review, y'all. We've been on here for a little bit. Go ahead and like this review. Replay watchers, what's up, y'all? Go ahead and like this. Comment in the comment section which couple y'all think is crazy, dramatic, got issues. If y'all agree with me, if y'all disagree with me, get the chat going in the comments. Yes, thank you, Yuli. Thank you. Go ahead and make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are growing over here. Go ahead and subscribe. We are almost to 600 subscribers. I'm super excited. I don't even know what dance that was. Have a blessed evening, GSP. Good night, Kelly Dixon. Always a good time with your reviews. Thank you, God to me. Thank you so much. Y'all go ahead. Yes, 1,000 is coming soon. It is in the atmosphere. We have already spoken. It is coming soon. Okay. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for liking my reviews. Thank you all to my new subscribers. Y'all don't understand. I hit 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I don't know. I might do a short where I'm doing some type of dance or something. I don't know because that would be huge for me. And I know there's plenty of people on YouTube that probably got millions of subscribers, but let me tell y'all something, baby. They all had to come this way and start this way. They didn't just pop out and have a million subscribers like overnight, okay? So I'm grateful, thankful for y'all whenever y'all tune in to me. I love it, love it, love it, love the interaction. There was a time when I would be on these lives talking to myself and there was nobody on here, but I kept going because I knew that it was going to change and transition. So y'all go ahead, like the video up, subscribe to the channel, and comment in the comment section. I will see y'all on tomorrow where I will be reviewing Love is Blind. I'm going to do episode 5 through 7. I caught up on some episodes and we got a lot to talk about with these couples because it is some crazy stuff going on. Praise dance ready for 1K. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow with Love is Blind. I'm not sure what time I'm going to come out with it yet because I have something to do before. I might come out with it earlier. 1K dance, absolutely. Hashtag 1K dance, okay? So, I'm going to do that on tomorrow. Love is Blind. I also will be doing Motivational Monday, so look out for that short. I will be making that as well. And Tuesday is going to be the Hot Topics, current event, lunchtime language. I'm going to come to y'all with that. And yeah, y'all, we're going to keep pushing on this train, okay? All right? I love y'all. Make sure y'all share my video. Make sure your notification button is on if you have subscribed so you can be alerted whenever I come on live. I got to catch up so I can tune in. Yes, girl, listen, I got to catch up too. Because I'm kind of behind because they already had some of the weddings and stuff, and I already heard some drama has popped off. So yeah, but yeah, y'all, thank y'all for joining me, and I will talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Bye.